Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, listen, this reading seems to be kind of specific. And it is for someone who might be confused, questioning themselves. What should I do? Maybe I'm not reading the signs right. All those kind of things, right? You might want to go back on something that you decided that you would put boundaries or something like that, right? So the cards that came out here, your ancestors did not survive plague for you to text your ex. Those cards are very fun, right? So it doesn't have to be an ex, it might be something else. You might be hesitating about what to do here, right? So I hope that I will bring you some kind of clarity with the cards. In the second place here, we have that dream wasn't prophetic, you just ate too much cheese, right? So, you might be reading signs in some kind of way. Maybe you had a dream and you are saying to yourself, if I had a dream, this means that this and this and that and that and that. And the last card that came out here in those Teams cards is your vibration is yelling, I'll settle. This is telling me here, right, that you might feel frustrated, right? You might feel that you lost your patience. I kind of feel here, right, that there was kind of a situation where you took the decision to step back. And I feel that this is exactly what you needed to do. But you step back, but emotionally, you didn't cut the cord. This is kind of what it is telling me here. You might have stepped back because you knew that something was not okay, right? But I have to be honest here with your vibration is yelling, I'll settle. For me, this means that you might not have healed. So, what I mean by that, it is, for example, right? In all your relationships, you have tolerated some kind of control, some kind of abuse. You have gone through a lot of gaslighting, people making you believe that you need to do that and you need to stop doing that. And this is all your life history, right? This is what you have known all the time. And at a certain moment, you have said to yourself, no, I'm sorry, it won't be this way. I'm stepping back, right? And it kind of feels that now you might miss something, that you might think that it is something external to you, but at the end of the day, what I feel here, it is that what needs to be done, it is real healing, because I kind of feel that you might have taken the decision to put boundaries, go no contact, step back, because something in you told you that you had to do it, but you haven't totally healed. Because maybe you are still in this mental fog. As said, there is here some kind of bond that is not cut. What I also want to tell you here about the dreams, it is that very often we might dream about things, and at the end of the day, when we are sleeping, right, we are dreaming because our brain might be healing. They might be releasing some things. You know, every day we see so many things that we pay attention to, things that we don't pay attention to. It is a lot of information. Let's imagine that our brain is a computer. There is a lot of information coming in. And during the night, our brain is cleansing out memories that we don't need anymore, right? Otherwise, we would just, it's impossible to carry all the information that we are getting all the time. We are getting so much information every millisecond, right? So, this is why some kind of things can come up in your dreams. It doesn't mean that it means anything what it might mean, it is that you are releasing also, right? So it's not because a dream came up that you need to give it some kind of explanation. You don't have to, especially if it's a subject that you don't want to carry with you, right? So here with your vibration is yelling, I'll settle. For me, this means here that there is some kind of healing that needs to be made. So it feels that in the 3D, you took the right decision, but within yourself, you might still be carrying beliefs, false beliefs, roles that you might need to heal, right? The mind, the heart, it's not the same thing, right? We might be talking about trauma bonding because we know that the trauma bonding, it is an addiction. It is a hormonal addiction, right? So we might miss someone that we consciously know that they are very, very toxic, but then we have all those beautiful memories coming back and all this mental activity that is related to them. And we might miss someone that we know that they are very, very toxic. This is part of the addiction, right? It is a physical addiction. It is a hormonal addiction. If you have been through or you are suffering from a trauma bond, if you were in a relationship with a narcissist and you don't know what I'm talking about and you want to know more, first do research about that. And if you want, in the text box there is a book called They Chose You, that is explaining all of that, right? It is a healing guide to truly help you get out of the narcissistic cycle of relationships, right? Okay, so this being said, I will put the cards to the side and we will take more cards, get a little bit more information about all of this. And let's see what I should tell you. I feel like taking this deck. For the 9 first cards, so let's see, what am I supposed to talk to you about in order to help you with this situation, right? Because if you already made a very, very difficult step to put boundaries and step out, right? If you are not doing the inner work, right, you will attract or tolerate the same kind of bullshit, right? So there is some kind of mental clarity that is necessary here. I also want to tell you, right, if you have sometimes, you know, that those ups and downs, and sometimes you want to go back and sometimes you regret and sometimes you are hesitating, it doesn't mean that there is no healing that has been done, right? Healing is like this. It's very normal. So don't think that because suddenly you are missing someone, that it means that you are not doing the work. No, it takes time. Healing takes time. And, you know, we might miss someone because suddenly we forget everything, right? Let's say that you had to go no contact with your family. It doesn't mean that there is no place for you to miss them, right? What you might miss, it is this hope that you might had, or the image that you had before you had to truly understand how toxic it was for you. So just, you know, don't bash yourself if you are in this energy right now. This is not the idea here of the reading. It is not to bash yourself. It is not to say you are totally unhealed. Okay, you did the right thing, but you have to heal. No, you might be in the midst of healing, right? And you might even be healed and still have those feelings coming up. It's also very normal. So it's not about saying you didn't do the job. It is here, the message that I am invited to give you. It is Okay, you might be going now through a place where you feel vulnerable, and apparently I'm here in order to help you, right? And it doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean that you are unhealed. Maybe there are still parts of you that needs healing, and I'm saying that because of the dreams, right? Because of the dream. So there might be something that is getting out of you, right? So because I kind of feel it before, I might have said like you still need to heal, but at the end of the day, no, maybe you are truly in the healing process. You are doing everything is okay, you know. It's just okay. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes our memories are coming back. Sometimes we miss, you know. So let's see. Anyway, I will let the cards guide me, right? So tell me here. Okay. I will turn it in the upright position. So we have travel, movement, journey. Interesting. It's written, your story takes a new turn at the next intersection. This is bringing me back. I don't think that you can see those cards, right? But it's bringing me back here, right? I want to tell you something, right? When you are tempted to go back or do something that in your inner self you know that you shouldn't do, right? And you overcome it, this is just building your strength more and more and more. But you will be tested, right? We have the compass here, right? It's written exploration, opportunity. So this might be an opportunity for you to strengthen yourself even more, to revisit some kind of situation, just to put yourself even more in alignment. We are in the second place here. It is the place of partnership, relationship, connection, right? So this is inviting you to truly listen to your inner compass. Why did you decide to do what you did in the past that now you are thinking about maybe going back? So we have here in the driving energy, seasoning in reverse. This is telling me that the reason why you took the decision that you took in the past, it is because there was no equal give and take. What's written on the card, it is balance, effort, reward. It is in reverse. There was no equal give and take. You might have been very patient. You might have been very understanding, thinking that things would change, but you got to a place where you understood that nothing would change, right? Okay, the greenhouse. Look. Growth, reward, stability in reverse. It is in reverse. This is the foundation. There is no stable foundation and there will not be any stable foundation because you are dealing with people who are not growing. So the reward or the stability that you wanted, that you were hopeful to get in this connection, it will never be here, right? I just want to say something here more because it just came to my mind. What is written here on the card, the image here, right? It is that somebody might try to bait you in, right? There is, hey, I miss you, receiving a message, right? So somebody might try to bait you. And this is why you might be hesitating now. Maybe you say, okay, a lot of time has passed, so maybe things have changed. If things have changed, they wouldn't just send you, hey, I miss you. Somebody who tells you, hey, I miss you, they are trying to check your heart space. If it's truly somebody who understands, take responsibility, accountability, and want to truly change, right? They wouldn't just bait you. This is baiting. This is emotional baiting, right? This is not what they would do. Okay. Let's see. 5. Trash can. Did you see how the card turned? Release, restart, renew. Yeah, this is what I said. I kind of feel that there is the best way that I can describe it, right? It is, and no accusation, no blame, nothing here, right? Just to be very, very clear, I'm not here to judge, I'm here to help, right? You might have been still in the phase where you were looking back, which is not a bad thing, right? Because there is the healing, there is the process. We are not here to judge your healing. Your healing is going however it is going, right? And it will test you. As said, there are ups, there are downs. It's very normal, right? But there is a phase in healing, and for every person it happens differently, where you stop looking back. You are in a renewal energy, right? So let's say that I broke up with someone because this person was very, very controlling, right? And I broke up with them because I knew that it was the right thing. I am very confused while I am breaking up with them because, of course, somebody controlling very often, they are also kind of destroying somebody's individuality. They make you feel that you are the problem. They are gaslighting you. They are doing all those things, right, to make you feel that you are not okay, right? So, and so you might spend some time rethinking about what this person have said about you, right? It is very intentional. Those people, if you don't know about the Darvo, this is the Darvo. When you are coming to this person and telling them, listen, you are being controlling here. No, it's you. If you truly love me, then you would do that. And you are this and you are that. And you are trying to attract eyes on you. And you understand? They are turning it, they are the victim. You are the problem. Why are they doing that? Because it is kind of turning back the mirror to you. They don't have to change anything. It's all on you, your responsibility. And so you might spend some time truly being confused about yourself, all those kind of things. This is a toxic relationship, right? This is an abusive relationship, emotionally abusive. So there might be this time, obviously, right? If you have been through a toxic relationship and you healed from that, you know that there was this time that, you were confused, you were questioning yourself. But this is looking back. Here, right? The real change, we are in the place of change, of test. It is the moment that you choose yourself. So considering what I had here in the theme cards that I took, somebody might try to bait you, right? And this might be the last step. The door is, they are trying to reopen the door. What are you going to do with this door? Are you going to reopen it, right? And then you get back into the energies of the past, more confusion, more all of that, right? I know that personally I cut with somebody of my family for 2 years, and I thought that after, when we would meet back, maybe we would be able to have some kind of renewal, right? Start on a better ground. On the first meeting, I found myself telling to this person, listen, it's very simple. You are asking me to apologize for things that I didn't do. You are not letting it go. I am bringing you back to your hotel. I'm not doing that anymore, right? So this person didn't change, and on the first meeting, the only thing that they were interested in, it is to put back their dominance on me. They were there in order to test if they would be able to somehow regain some kind of control over me and make me feel small. My biggest mistake at that moment, I should have just bring them to their hotel and that's it, that's all. It's not what happened, right? They kind of let it go. They talked for me with me for 1 hour and a half. They couldn't have me just bring them to the hotel. It was not possible, right? Because they cannot lose, because they see it as losing. So they had to try to bait me emotionally another way. And then at the end of the day, you know, it just for some time, I said to this person, "Oh, we are having a clean slate, and we are starting to build good memories together from now." Or we just, I'm not doing that anymore, right? This person was treating me like shit. And so at the end of the day, it didn't change, because this person didn't change. So in the beginning, they understood that they cannot play me the way that they were playing me before, right? That I have regained my strength. But they just became more and more resentful, aggressive, and controlling. And at the end of the day, they just got into my bank account and stole my money. You understand what I mean? And one of the reasons, it's yes, obviously, because they wanted to have my money, obviously. But it's also because they wanted to make me pay for not allowing them to control me. And they took everything that they could in my account for me to not be able to even pay my bills. And they knew that I was in a terrible situation and all. They didn't care, because it's all about control. You understand? So here I kind of feel that you might be in this kind of test right now. What are you going to do? In the fifth place, which is the path, shift, the test, and the change, we have the trash can. It is written release, restart, renew. Right? And it's not restart with them. It is not renew with them. It is release. Release. Right? Let's see. 6. I have 2 cards that came out here. This one was the upperst, so I will take this one. It's mirror. We have also the knife here that turns. So the mirror, relationship, dynamics, honesty. What must be done? You need to be honest, right, with yourself. And when I'm saying that, what is coming to my mind immediately, it is hope. I kind of feel that what might blur your mirror is your hope that something will change. And I kind of feel that this is where you need to be honest. Know why you might not be able to release. Are you seeing the situation truly for what it is? Are you seeing this person truly for who they are? Or are you blinded because you hope that something can change? Okay, let's see. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Okay. So they all came in reverse. Okay, in the place of healing, we have the hammer here, right? It is in reverse. So you might be losing your focus right now, right? What's written, it is focus, impact, precision, right? This is inviting you somehow to stay focused on yourself, right? In the 8th place, the karma, we have the blender in reverse. This is disruption, chaos, change, right? So, this is telling me here, right, that if you allow this person to come back in, right, you might invite back in disruption and chaos. And all the work that you did, it might not be respected, right? What I also want to tell you here, right? If you feel the need to go back for a round, right? Go back. As said, I just explained to you what happened to me with somebody that I knew that they were very, very, very toxic. I needed I was not done. I was not done. I still had hope. I still wanted to maintain something. I was not done. I am not bashing myself for going back, even though the consequences were dramatic. Dramatic, right? But I'm not bashing myself because I know that I needed to get until the end of this story. I needed to give it all. This was me. Now I learned my lesson, right? But if you still feel the need, that you are still confused and you still need it, you know, nobody can tell you. It is your life experience. It is your lessons, right? Just here it is reminding you maybe of the chaos that this person is bringing maybe to your mind, the disruption that they are bringing into your life, right? So here we have in the outcome and the integration, the Rubik's Cube in reverse. It is talking about diversity, perspective, and understanding, and it is in reverse. So this is telling me here that maybe this person is very, very I kind of see the Hierophant in reverse. My way or the highway. I have very strict beliefs. Once again, I will take this stupid example of the tattoo. If you have a tattoo, then you don't respect yourself. And that's it, right? And it's not somebody who will change their mind. There is no understanding. They won't change perspective. This is who they are, right? But maybe, as said, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just reading the cards. If you feel the need to go back, to be sure, to be totally disgusted, then do it, you know? But here it is just reminding you. I hope that it is giving you some kind of food to help you see things through. Some people, they will never change. They will never change. This is what it is. And it's not on you to be better at adapting yourself. It's not on you, right? You are not supposed to adapt yourself to abusive, controlling, dismissive, disrespectful behavior. This is not what you are supposed to do. You see that somebody doesn't want to change their perspective, right? They are just about trying to control the narrative. They have no tolerance for you or for anyone that is different than them. Right? Why do you have to deal with them? Why? They won't change. Why do you need to carry the burden of who they are? To be accepted from them, you will never be accepted. Right? They want you to dance on their music. This is what they want. Okay, so let's get a little bit deeper into all of that. Let's get a little bit more information. Just a reminder, this is a collective reading, so it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. It is a group reading, right? So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. I'm here in order to bring you some kind of insights, information, or confirmation of things that you are already aware of, even if it's just intuitively, right? If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not talking about the gender. I am talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So if we have a king, a queen, an emperor, an empress, we are not talking about the gender, right? So please apply it however it applies to the people in your life. And this reading can be past, present, or future. Yeah, we might be talking here about someone from your family. We have the Ten of Cups here. It came out like this, right? Usually I turn it, but I kind of feel that, you know, it's the energy of the Ten of Cups. We are talking here about... it might be family, it doesn't have to be family, right? This is also calling me to... to the card here your vibration is yelling, I'll settle, right? Please keep in mind where you want to go, right? Because with the Ten of Cups, we are talking about emotional fulfillment. Can you be truly emotionally fulfilled with the person that we are talking about or the group that we are talking about? Can you be emotionally fulfilled, or are you settling because you are still not emotionally fulfilled and you are just saying, okay, you know what, this is life and that this is what it is, right? This is truly telling me respect what you truly want, believe that you can get what you want, right? If you already know that it is not a happy place, why go back there? If you are going back there, you are kind of closing the door to something else that can come in, right? Tell me more here, please, about the car. Yeah. Don't block yourself. It's interesting because, you know, it's another car here, and it's kind of the same car, right? Yeah. There is here, I kind of feel that we might be talking here about family, right? As said, it doesn't have to be. Every situation is different, but don't sacrifice a difficult moment right now that you might be going through. Don't sacrifice your whole life and your whole happiness, because now it is a little bit difficult, right? Don't. Stay focused. Stay focused. Because this is kind of telling me that if you are going back, you might block yourself, right? Because it won't be a story of one day. It won't, right? It might, you know, it might. I'm thinking about the when I was in the car with this person and they were trying to force me into apologizing, you know, apologizing for their abuse. Yeah, in my mind, for me, it was about reconciliation, right? But at that moment, I should have understood that there was no ability. But, you know, hope. So, tell me here about the compass. Beautiful. The Three of Wands in reverse. This might be your opportunity, truly, to understand that there is nothing to expect from them. This is it. So, if you are in the situation and you say, you know what, I still want to check what's going on there, if maybe I didn't understand, if maybe there is something that I didn't see that I want to see, you know, totally legitimate, right? But be aware, right? Be aware. I know that I had a situation when I was very young. I was 15, 16, 17, and I still had questions. And the nerd that I am, right? The psychological pattern nerd that I am needed to understand. So 15 years later, when I had the occasion to see this person, I did it. I did it because I needed to understand what I missed when I was 15. I understood and I could totally put it to the side. This is the first time at the end of the day that truly I could see a narcissist. I still didn't know then that we were talking about narcissism, but it was obvious to me that this person, you couldn't trust their words, that it was all about them. They didn't care about anyone. They were unable to have truly they were not acting from their heart space. But I tell you, 15 years later, when I had the option to check this person, I did. Yeah, so here, listen. This might be for you an opportunity to understand that at the end of the day, this is a cycle that needs to end. Because this is a cycle that doesn't bring you anything, just blocking you. The Chariot in reverse. the Three of Wands in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? Block, nothing coming your way, and bad karma. Okay, tell me here about the seasoning in reverse. Yeah. You have to be able to accept some kind of cutting truth, right? And this is why you might be tempted to see by yourself, right? You might. I don't blame you. I did it, right? And I don't regret that I did it. It was important for me to be able to truly see. But you need to be not fed by hope, fed by curiosity, right? Stay in your alignment. Very important. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles here. We are talking here about someone who is stuck. This is what you need to maybe accept, right? This is someone who is not motivated to change. They are stagnant, inflexible, right? I kind of feel here also that this person, they don't care about you and your happiness. They don't care about that. It might even threaten them, right? In the third position here, right, it's written, balance, effort, reward in reverse. This is the driving energy. They don't want you to be in balance. They don't want you to be stable. They don't want you to be successful. Reward in reverse. They don't want to make any efforts. They don't want to do it. Stuck energy. And there is this cutting truth that might be difficult to accept, but it might be very, very important for you to accept. Wait, the greenhouse. Okay, wait, I have to shuffle. This was interesting. Okay, the greenhouse in reverse. Tell me. I have this Ace of Swords that turns. I will put it down. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so first on the greenhouse, growth, reward, and stability in the reverse, right? It's very interesting because this card is in the place of stability. So whoever we are talking about, it might be a group, it might be a family, it might be a connection, a relationship, I don't know. You know your story. There is no stability there, right? Look, I kind of feel here, right, that you might still have some kind of confusion. We have here the Knight of Swords. This is talking about a cutting truth. There is here something that might be difficult to accept. If we are talking, for example, about a parent or a sibling, it might be very, very difficult to accept the fact that, in fact, they don't care about you. They might be jealous. They might be narcissistic, right? A narcissist is, first of all, a narcissist, right? It doesn't matter that it's a mother. It doesn't matter that it's a brother, a sister, that it's a father. It doesn't matter. It's a narcissist, right? So the titles are irrelevant here, even though they might pretend differently, right? Because a narcissistic parent will never say, I don't care about you. Obviously not. Obviously not. So there is here some kind of cutting truth that needs to be seen, right? That this situation is totally blocked, and I even feel that they want to block you. They want you to be blocked. There is, I truly feel here, control, manipulation. This is what I feel here. So there is here maybe some kind of confusion. There is here something that needs to fall. We have the Tower here, right? The Tower, it is talking about when there is a lack, the foundation is not stable. The Tower is coming in order to bring it all down, right? So you can rebuild, right? We can rebuild. And then we have here the Queen of Pentacles. This is here, I feel, in order for me to remind you that at the end of the day, you are somebody very loving, very caring. You are investing in your relationships, right? And this is a very important part of it because you are investing emotionally. You are caring. The Queen of Pentacles is very caring. It is the kind of person that will, and you might be a masculine or a feminine, right? It doesn't matter. But this is the kind of person that will know what kind of food someone likes, what kind of music someone likes. They will be very observant. Their love language, it is attention, being attentive to all kind of things, right? They will cook you the thing that you like. They will buy you the present that is truly for you. This is the love language of the Queen of Pentacles. There is also here something about your independence. They might make you believe that you depend on them. You don't. The Queen of Pentacles, you don't. They might depend on you. They might depend on you. You don't. I don't know if I checked if you could see all the cards. Yes, you can. Okay. So, what you need to accept here, I feel, it is that all they are bringing in your life, it is confusion, right? There is here something that you should let fall, right? But the cards are reminding you of who you are and also that you are independent and abundant by yourself, right? You are too caring to deal with any kind of toxicity here, right? Dealing with people who don't truly care about you, that are using maybe your care. They might be after your money, you know? Tell me about the trash can here. The trash can. Listen. It's written, release, restart, renew. We have the 8 of Cups. Letting go. Letting go. Yeah, because they are not doing the work. They are not doing the work. And I kind of even feel that they don't allow you to be in your own soul path. They don't allow you that. Because you are a pawn in their game. They need you to serve something that is comfortable for them. I truly feel people, you know, they don't care truly about you and your happiness. They don't. They don't. Tell me here about the mirror. Tell me about the mirror. Listen. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's all superficial. It's all... we are talking here about... The King of Pentacles in reverse, it is greedy, controlling, materialistic, status-driven, ego-driven, manipulative, corrupted. So when I was talking about the money, pay attention to your money, right? Don't do the same mistake as I did by giving, you know, access to your bank account to someone if you don't trust them 100%, right? And you might think that you can trust them because it is a parent, a sibling. No, don't be naive as I was. Please. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands here. It came out like this, right? Usually I turn clockwise. You know, all that bringing you in your life, it is burdens, right? There is some kind of burden that you need to release. You need to be honest here, right? About, and when I'm saying honest, I'm not saying that you are not honest, right? I kind of feel that you might project your hope, project yourself on people that are operating in a very, very different way than you, you know? Your hope might be blinding you. right? You might have a hard time to accept how some people can truly not operate at all from their heart space. And it's not because they are unhealed and they will heal. Yeah, maybe they are unhealed, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You are not responsible of their healing. It's not by loving them more and being more patient and being more loving that they will change. It's kind of the opposite that will happen, because you are carrying their burdens, right? So you need to put down those burdens. They are not your burdens. They have to deal with their toxicity. And if people accept their toxicity, why would they change? If a child is making a tantrum and it works, what is it saying to this child? Continue to do your tantrums because it works, right? So it's a no. It's a no. Okay, let's see here. The hammer, the hammer. What is going on here with the hammer? Tell me. Hammer in reverse. Okay, listen, this is truly an invitation to you, right? If you are going to see this person, right, they will try to win at all cost. I told you about my experience and the conversation that I had, okay? You might be dealing with the same thing, right? Don't try to win with them. Don't try. Don't put your energy in trying to win. Don't put your energy in trying to convince them. Don't do that. Don't do that. We have the Queen of Swords here, right? After the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay? This Queen of Swords here is inviting you to observe. Observe. Pay attention. The Queen of Swords, she's not talking a lot. When she's saying something, she's saying things to the point. This is not being guided by your heart space. This is being guided by alignment, truth, and your mind. Right? Sometimes words are not necessary. You saw, you know. That's it, that's all. It's enough. It's enough. Don't try to convince them of who you are. Don't try to make them understand that they are wrong. They know that they are wrong. They don't care. They don't care. They will try to convince you, right? Don't get into this battle. Don't get into this battle, right? Don't exhaust yourself. Maintain your mental clarity and your alignment, right? It's very interesting. It's the first time, I love that, you know. It's the first time that I'm paying attention to something here. You see that there is a 1 here? Can you see the 1? I never saw that before. Never saw that before, right? This is telling me stay in your alignment. Observe. If you are seeing this person again because there is some kind of baiting and you are tempted to see, go with the eyes of the observer, right? Observe, please. The blender in reverse. I'm happy to see this card at the end of the day, the blender here, right? Okay, listen. I am saying that I'm happy to see that because the blender is in reverse, right? It is in the place of karma. So we are talking about what is coming next, or the consequences of the action. What is in reverse, it is disruption. So they won't be able to bring disruption. Chaos in reverse, they won't be able to create the chaos. Change, they won't be able to change or make you change, right? So I love to see that. I love to see that. So, listen, we have the Four of Swords here in reverse. They won't be able to stress you out. I'm so happy to see that. I'm so happy to see that, right? They won't be able to stress you out. Maybe you feel the need to check them now that you had some kind of distance, that you had some kind of clarity. Maybe you might, I kind of feel that this is the person that I'm talking to. I kind of feel that I am talking to someone who is tempted to go and check this person again, to see maybe if you see something different. If it is the case and you can stay focused, then it's all good. If it is about hope, please pay attention, because hope, it is putting on pink colored glasses and you won't be able to see things for what they are, right? So stay focused here. Stay focused. The Hangman, seeing things from a new perspective, right? So yeah, I kind of feel that you might be tempted here, right? So if it's the case, as said, I think that I said everything that I need to say regarding that. The Rubik's Cube in reverse. Tell me more. Yeah, listen. So what's written on the card, it is in reverse, right? Diversity in reverse, perspective in reverse, and understanding in reverse. What you will understand if you see them, right? It is that you are talking here, we are dealing with somebody karmic. We started with the family. This might be a mother figure. It might be your mother. It might be a stepmother. It might just be a mother. That is kind of trying to bait you, maybe because you have some kind of attachment to the children. Maybe this is why they thought that you would never leave. I don't know. Might be. Yeah, what I kind of feel that you will understand here, right? They might also not respect your feminine energy, right? And you might be a masculine. When we are talking about the feminine energy, it is the feminine energy. It is your I don't know. I kind of feel more at the end of the day that they might have some kind of image in their mind of who you are, and they are attached to this image, and they need you to be this image, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, blocked energy, right? Blocked energy. Okay. So listen, this is making me less fearful of you seeing them, if you decide to see them, because maybe it is truly like an end release, right? It is truly in order to be able for you to move forward, to truly not be confused at all anymore, right? Maybe it is about you observing yourself in this situation. Just pay attention if you are driven by hope, right? No hope. It is about being objective. Being objective. Okay, let's go to closure here. Let's go to closure here. Okay, tell me, closure. Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, you are here dealing with people. They don't think that they need to apologize about anything, right? They don't. The Seven of Swords. This is the most dishonest energy that we have here, maybe. Maybe. Seven of Swords. Lying, stealing, manipulating, backstabbing, right? Not acting from their heart space, no apology, no healing, no growth, nothing, right? They want to see you in order to trick you back again. There is here some kind of also the energy of trying to get away with something. So maybe they know that you know something and they will try to manipulate you in order for them to be able to get away with something, right? So let me just remind you here. We will leave it here. I kind of feel that if you are in the situation, all of that, I give you the information that I needed to deliver, right? Be observant, right? If you decide to see this person, it is for you. We have exploration here, right? Be observant. Don't go there with any kind of hope, of any kind of all those kind of things. If you are still in the energy of hope, right? So please think twice before seeing them, because if you are coming from a place of hope, you will misunderstand what they are saying, because you will hear it through the lens of your hope, right? They will be able to manipulate you very, very easily. So if you are clear-minded, right, and you just want to see for yourself, in order for you to be able to totally release, right? You are coming from a place of being truly honest with yourself, that you are going there in order to see things very, very clearly. That's it, that's all, right? Then go ahead, go ahead. If there is some kind of hope, please, please pay attention. Know that your hope is not allowing you to see things very, very clearly, right? Pay attention also to what you say. Don't put too much energy in trying to convince them, or you are not there in order to convince anyone of anything. You are there in order to observe. That's it, that's all. Listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was insightful. Maybe even healing, right? I'll see you in the comments. I wish you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this. Until very, very soon. Bye.